On December 1st, 1945, in the warm, sunlit city of Honolulu, Hawaii, a child was born who would one day electrify stages across the world. Her name? Bette Midler. Honolulu in the 1940s was a world between worlds, tropical beauty mixed with post-World War II tension, military influence, cultural diversity, and a sense of rebuilding. Bette was born into a humble Jewish household, far from the glamour of Hollywood and even farther from the sophisticated music and theater scenes of mainland America. Her father, Fred Midler, worked at the Navy base. A man of discipline and seriousness, he believed in stability. Her mother, Ruth, a seamstress and homemaker, was the emotional anchor of the family, quiet, gentle, but strong. Growing up in Hawaii as a Jewish girl wasn't easy. There were few Jewish families around, and cultural differences made Bette feel like she never truly fit in. But this feeling, this isolation, would later fuel the creative fire inside her. While other kids spent afternoons surfing or running along the beach, Bette spent hers inside, watching old Hollywood musicals, studying the expressions of actors, listening to the emotional power of music, dreaming. It was inside that small Honolulu home where the first sparks of the divine Miss M were born. Bette's early school years were marked by contradictions. She was shy, yet dramatic, quiet, yet bursting with imagination, awkward around classmates, yet unstoppable when performing. Teachers began noticing that whenever she sang, the room changed. Conversations faded. Students turned their heads. Even those who didn't like her couldn't deny the power of her voice. Soon, she joined drama clubs, school productions, talent shows, anywhere she could stand in front of people. And on stage, she transformed. No fear, no hesitation, only expression. By the time she graduated from Radford High School in 1963, Bette was no longer the quiet girl who felt trapped inside her own world. She had tasted the stage, and she wanted more. But Hawaii was too small for her dreams. And so, with only her savings from small jobs and the burning desire to prove herself, she made a decision that would forever alter her life. She would leave Hawaii and go to New York. When Bette arrived in New York City, it was not the glamorous dream she imagined. It was brutal. It was cold, it was loud, competitive, unforgiving. The city devoured hopeful dreamers daily, and it almost swallowed her too. She lived in cramped, cheap apartments, the kind where thin walls echoed with strangers' arguments, and leaking radiators hissed all night. She worked minimum wage jobs. Waitress, department store clerk, background, film extra. But at night, Bette performed. Small bars, cheap clubs, anywhere that would let her sing for almost nothing. She faced rejection after rejection. Casting directors dismissed her because she didn't look like a typical leading lady. But little did they know, Bette Midler was something far greater than a type. In the late 1960s, she returned to Hawaii briefly to play a role as an extra in the film Hawaii, 1966. She saved every penny of that movie paycheck and then returned to New York with renewed determination. The struggle continued, but so did her fire. Then came the moment that changed everything. Bette accepted a gig at a place many performers avoided, the Continental Baths, a gay bathhouse in Manhattan. Most performers didn't understand the audience. They didn't understand the culture. But Bette, she embraced it with all her heart. Her humor was outrageous. Her singing was electric. Her stage presence was explosive. The LGBTQ+ community adored her, lifted her, protected her. She became their voice, and they became her family. During this time, she met Barry Manilow, who would later become a superstar himself. He became her pianist, arranger, musical partner. Together, they crafted Bette's unforgettable style, part diva, part comedian, part emotional powerhouse. In 1972, she released her debut album, The Divine Miss M. It was bold, it was unique, it was iconic. And just like that, Bette Midler became a national sensation. Hollywood took notice. And in 1979, Bette starred in a film that would become a cultural landmark, The Rose. Her performance was raw, emotional, fearlessly vulnerable. Inspired by the life of Janis Joplin, Bette poured every ounce of pain, passion, and power she had into the role. Critics were stunned. Audiences were moved to tears. And Bette Midler earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. More films followed, a mix of comedy, drama, and musical brilliance. Down and Out in Beverly Hills, Ruthless People, Big Business, Beaches, featuring her iconic hit, Wind Beneath My Wings. Hocus Pocus, now a cult classic. For the Boys, Hocus Pocus 2. Each role was different, but each showcased a side of Bette no one else could imitate. Behind the fame stood a woman longing for stability, and she found it in Martin von Hasselberg, an artist with an eccentric mind and a calm personality. They married in 1984 and together built one of Hollywood's longest-lasting marriages. In 1986, Bette gave birth to her daughter, Sophie von Hasselberg, a moment that redefined her life. Motherhood softened her fire, but strengthened her heart. She learned to balance touring, acting, recording, and parenting. No easy task for someone constantly in demand. She guarded her family's privacy fiercely. Bette Midler, the superstar, belonged to the world. But Bette Midler, the wife and mother, belonged only to two people. Even legends stumble. Bette faced career lows, films that flopped, musical projects that underperformed, media misinterpretations, public controversies. Her outspoken personality often ignited debates, especially in the world of politics, social issues, and celebrity culture. But controversy never broke her. If anything, it made her sharper. She continued performing, continued fighting, continued evolving. Her resilience became part of her legend. The 2000s and 2010s proved one thing: Bette Midler never fades. She dominated Las Vegas with her residency, The Showgirl Must Go On. She returned to Broadway with Hello, Dolly, earning a Tony Award and rave reviews. She used her platform for activism, environmental causes, LGBTQ+ rights, political awareness, and community projects. She continued making music, appearing in films, and staying relevant in a changing entertainment industry. Even today, in her late 70s, Bette Midler remains sharp, witty, powerful, and unfiltered. A true entertainer, a cultural icon, a woman whose influence spans generations. From a lonely girl in Hawaii, to a fearless performer in New York's underground scene, to a Hollywood superstar, Bette Midler's journey is one of courage, creativity, and unapologetic authenticity. She is living proof that you can rise from anywhere. You can build yourself from nothing. And you can shine without permission. Her voice, her humor, her resilience, her heart, all combine to create one of the most unforgettable performers in American history. She is and forever will be the divine Miss M.